Don't blink, is waiting for the welcome to our show. I think well, you guys are having a wonderful day on this 18 May 2005. Today we're doing a small video. We're doing a very short, just a huge thank you to Berserk. I've been talking about Berserk in and out. I've been talking about Berserk sporadically. I don't know how you say that. I'm French. I've been just mentioning Berserk here and there. Berserk is something that I love, and Berserk is actually quite unique. I'm the weird guy that likes to watch complete and only completed piece of content. So complete shows, complete series, complete manga, complete comics, complete yeah, I only liked watching that. And Berserk, I got into Berserk about 4 years ago, and then we heard that the writer of Berserk died sadly. Rest in peace. And I was like, I'll never get to watch Berserk. And then I don't remember when, but they made a remaster of the Golden Age, which is very well made. The graphics are amazing. Now, ultimately speaking, the 1997 Berserk, the Golden Age, is perfect. The three movies together are perfect. They're 9 hours. It's a God-given 9 hours. It is possibly the best piece of content ever fucking made. But it's not about that. It never was about that. It's never going to be about that. Berserk does something that is very special, and this is why I want to thank you. I want to give a shout out, is because although Berserk might never be finished, you can watch the Golden Age from A to Z and still say this is a great piece of manga. This is a great piece of content. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. That even though there's a manga out there that's not finished, there is a complete arc that feels like a complete story. You can watch the Golden Age and say this is a story from A to B, from the rise of a hero to the becoming of a villain, and that's amazing. There's just I don't think anybody will do that ever again. Once again, Berserk was never meant to follow the most walked on road. The number of places, the number of media that takes inspiration from Berserk. Wow, crazy. Tom Link is your link. Welcome to the show. I think welcome to having a wonderful day on this 18th May 2025. Today is a video where we say thank you to life. We've been depressed for a month and a half. This is my 4th day feeling better. And yeah, it's just been a blessing. So I really want to take the time today to say thank you to life, to show gratefulness to life. We take life for granted. We think we are eternal. The reality is, there's gonna be a bittersweet video. So if you don't like bittersweet stuff, you can leave. You take life for granted, and although I don't think I'm gonna die tomorrow, you never know. You can die tomorrow, you can die the day after, you can die next week. You never know, right? We've been popping bangs. Much we might die right now. But what you never think about is how much am I going to be able to enjoy life. So people think that to enjoy life you need money. It's not true. To enjoy life you need to have a good mental health. I made a video today. I made 3 videos today that are for that. I made a video saying how grateful I was for the experience that I had at Le Fleuriste. I made a video saying how grateful I was to my family. I made a video saying how grateful I was to Berserk. I would say a video that I was to Star Wars, to Elden Ring. I'm just feeling very, very grateful lately. And those are all things I wasn't able to enjoy being depressed. When you look at my life, I'm 32 years old, which is old, but out of these 32 years, I've had 7 years where I was going to depression. Those were 7 years, that I cannot get back. And ultimately speaking, you can waste years. That's your choice. But there's moments in your life where you can't really, right? But depression was so bad I became agoraphobe, which is the fear of leaving the house. It was insane. And when I had my depression, I was so afraid I couldn't heal properly, right? And now, am I saying that I'm truly healed? No. I need to work a little bit, so you're going to see me looking at the computer. What we're doing is we're posting clips. Not a shameless sponsor, not a shameless plug, but still. And like I said, the depression in itself, I think this one was the worst, not because how bad I felt. Compared to the other, this one was kind of soft. Um, Simply put, I've had more tools to beat depression because I knew myself. I knew what I react to. I knew what helps, what doesn't help. Where to look for help. Who to ask for help. Don't go see a shrink. Go see a social worker. It's better. They're more free and they're willing to help more than a shrink who gets a paycheck. Um, Again, a little bit of a rant if you allow it. Um, but it was more so, it was bad because this is the first time where I had a dream. The dream and passion for making content. When I was depressed and I had a job and I would quit this job, I didn't care because it wasn't my time. It was the boss's time. I don't really care if I leave this job. I don't really care if I lose this job. This is just an 9 to 5, right? But with this dream, I'm like, dude, you have this dream, you have this community, you're doing so well, you're getting so much results, you're constantly growing as a channel. Don't give up. But then there's a bit difference between not giving up and not being able to do anything because you're so freaking depressed, right? And I do not think that I don't think that when I was talking about before, that we don't think about, oh, well, it's not about how long I live, it's how much I can enjoy my life. We don't think about depression, right? And I could tell you the multiple reasons. I said how grateful we were, but in the last 4 days, we've been able to work. We've been able to make content. I was able to go yesterday to a family gathering, and it's family, yes, so there's people I love and know since birth, but it was also 19 people, right? It was also 19 people, which was a little bit overwhelming at times. Working at the flower shop, it was great, but it was all overwhelming because I was like, okay, well, guess what? You don't feel good, fuck you, you have to work. People are depending on you, right? It was a great experience, right? And just the fact that we're able for 4 days to say, you know what, I'm happy. I'm thankful, I wake up, I'm in a good mood. We've been sleeping a lot, but still, this is base common effect of depression. You'll sleep more, right? Because you're going through a lot emotionally, and your body uses a lot of energy to stabilize your emotion. So it's a really good example of how quickly life can shift. I cannot say that I'm healed. I cannot say that I'm healed. I cannot say that I'll never feel depression. Nothing that I'm feeling better. And I have to bank on that being one of the best moments. You know? Have we ever been happy than we are right now? Absolutely. Have we all ever felt better than we're doing right now? Absolutely. But at the same time, that's not the case. By feeling better, we realize just how much life is worth, how important life is, how dependent we are on mental health, right? You never tell yourself, and you should never tell yourself, I'm doing so well, and because I'm doing so well, I'm able to enjoy myself for X, Y, and Z. Doesn't matter what X is, doesn't matter what Y is, doesn't matter what Z is. All that matters right here, right now, is we're accomplishing something. We're accomplishing our dream, our goal. Doesn't matter what they are. It doesn't matter what it is for you. For some reason, right? I think it's more so the image behind it that I like. I've been using this a lot lately. I've been using the picture of a guy, not the picture, but I've been using the excuse of a guy that is climbing Mount Everest. I've never been a sports guy, so I don't care. But imagine that you're training, and 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 you're training. And then you become depressed, and all your training goes away. Even us, we were doing so well for the weight loss. Then we became depressed, and then we started gaining weight, and I was like, fuck the weight loss. Fuck it. You know? But ultimately speaking, we didn't give up. We're still going to continue. It's just not now. It's just later on. It's not like forget about it. It's just like later, bro. It's beautiful. And the Mount Everest climber, there's some obstacle, right? But you still have a clear goal. I think about how much we can enjoy being up there. People are so focused on the end goal, on reaching the summit. I mean, it's having fun, it's challenging yourself. So we step to X being the goal, X being your can I even write that? I feel like I can actually be happiness. That would be a good X. What if my Mount Everest was happiness, right? And what if we were in the cold? We weren't in the cold. We're talking about, hey, you know what? We'll give you infinite time to reach it. If there's no cold, you have infinite food, right? No matter what you do, we just want you to climb the Mount Everest. And then you realize that it's going about your own pace. It's taking the route that you want to. It's choosing the method you want to go to. It's having some obstacle, but just being able to say, you know what, fuck those obstacles. They don't define me. I feel like this is a really nice goal. I want to say thank you to life in itself, because being depressed has taught me how much I miss being happy. I spent my whole life, right? My whole life wondering about good versus evil and balancing, and are we truly a good person, right? And this question of balance was so much of a obsession. And I do mean the word, I mean to use the word obsession. It was so much out of obsession that even at the end, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. In which way did it matter? It didn't matter in a sense of, and it's so hard to even talk about. What if this good versus evil, this balance was as important that being well and not being well? Am I well? Am I not well? Well, days where I'm well and balanced, you're looking for balance, you're not looking for extreme, right? You're thinking about how much I enjoy life. Am I enjoying life, or am I surviving? Am I living or surviving? Because that's also different. You live life or you survive life, waiting for the next day to hopefully become better, right? I want to say thank you to life because of people that are there for me, you know? I haven't been a good friend. I haven't been present for people. I haven't been posting as much as I should. I haven't been filming as much as I should. You know, and it's just been hard to let you guys down. But at the same time, you guys have shown me that when shit comes to shove, when shit hits the fan, some of you guys will stay. Some of you guys will be there, will stay there, and for that I'm eternally grateful, you know. And again, I'm so focused on the end goal, which is living the dream of making content as a job. To me, this is so nonsensical. Your dream to make content is a dream of being able to work more, right? And then you never heard and you'll never hear me, oh, I live to work. It's only going to be about work to live. With content, it doesn't feel like it would be such a problem. It doesn't feel like this would be such a catastrophe, you know? And that's a great thing. That's a really good thing. It's a really, really good thing. It's a blessing in disguise. It is a blessing in disguise. I'm able to enjoy what I'm doing, right? It's a little thing. It's a little thing. There's time when making content where I have been in a state of euphoria, and a state of ecstasy, and a state of orgasmic bliss. I heard Jim Leahy of anybody says the following: ignorance is bliss when it is some folly to be wise. To me, this is crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts. Because those moments of euphoria were fatigue. Was when we worked so hard. I was like, holy shit, I cannot do anything else. I'm so fucking tired. Reaching that state of breaking, the blessing, those blood, sweat, and tears, I happily give them. You know, it's been a journey for sure. It's been a journey, but it's been an enjoyable journey, and for that I'm grateful. It's been a blessing. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fact that we're able to say, you know what? It took us a while, but we got there eventually. It took us a while, but we're able to say, at the end of the day, that trip was worth it. There's this movie, I'm gonna go extremely fucking party. There's this movie of Are We There Yet? Right? And it's Ice Cube driving his kids. Well, he met this girl and she has kids and not even his kid and they don't respect him. And the whole movie they're annoying because they're saying, Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And they're so annoying. During the whole trip, they get closer, right? And they work so hard to get closer that at the end they have to get closer. And when they finally arrive at destination, they're one big happy family. And at the end, this is all that matters. This is all that ever mattered. It wasn't about those kids being annoying. About understanding those kids and understanding where they came from. Why were they so much in a rush to be there? How much this meant to them, the end route. How they were possibly too young to understand that not everything is achievable like that. You need to work harder. I want to say thank you to life because of how much it doesn't, how little, and I'm not ungrateful. I'm going to sound ungrateful, but I'm not. How little it takes for me to be happy. How little it takes for me to be I went to see my cousin yesterday. I didn't went to see a fucking concert. I didn't go to see fucking the best movie. I didn't win $1 million. I went to see family, people that have been there for me since I was born. And it meant the world to me. We think that, even right now when I was talking about happiness, I kept referring to Mount Everest. I shouldn't have to talk about the biggest mountain in the world to be like, you know what, this is what you need to reach for happiness. A simple mountain could have done the job, right? And to me, the simple fact were, my father always told me, hey, you should be grateful because you have 2 limbs and you're normal. What he meant by normal is you don't have mental deficiency, right? He's old school, so, that's how the way he talks. Those arms are meant to serve a purpose. Those legs are meant to serve a purpose, right? And it's not because you don't really understand what he means. And when you don't understand what he means, it's beautiful. You're blessed to have these limbs, these working limbs, but even more blessed to be using them for something, right? And depression is that. Depression is being in here so much and you don't see the world outside. Being grateful is going out 3 days ago. Being grateful is going out 3 days ago and thinking that it's going to be a normal trip. A normal trip. Being grateful is seeing outside that there's no sunrise. So you know what? You said, okay, you know what? Let's just go out and have fun. And then you reach a certain area that you didn't know that You didn't know that there was going to be a sunrise, but there was a sunrise. So you're enjoying yourself. I'm grateful. One of my favorite videos to make ever made was a night where the meteorologist told me, hey, this is a really rare occurrence. There's going to be a strawberry moon. And realizing there was way too much cloud to see it. Did you know why it meant something? You know what? You want to know why it meant something? Because the way, the road to get there was worth it. The road to get to this point A, B, C was worth it. And it was just fun. It was just I was just saying. And it's making me think about it. It makes me ponder about life. It really makes me ponder about life. Because my way to happiness was seeing the strawberry moon. And I got carried away and I didn't even care about getting there. And then when I didn't have the strawberry moon, I was like, fuck, I didn't get it. It was after I got the it was after I didn't get the strawberry moon that I was able to say, you know what? The road we got there, the preparation we had to get there was fun. It's crazy. It's insane. It's raining hard outside too. It's insane. Insane thinking that I'm 32 years old and I still have yet to find the pursuit of happiness. I still have yet to find it. And it may be sleeping with my son in the bathroom. And it may be fixing projector, which I invested money for. It may be lending money that I don't have to my boss. And yeah, in this case I may be Will Smith with my son Jaden Smith. I still this pursuit of happiness. That movie, we never really understand what happiness is. It's the route that he takes, we see the struggle that he has. And it's only when the struggles are done that he's able to be happy. And maybe, just maybe, just maybe, that was the answer all along. Who knows? Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Salut, c'est toi, Jamie. J'espère que tu passes bien. Je passe une belle journée en ce 18 mai 2025. Aujourd'hui, on parle de mon expérience chez le fleuriste. Maintenant, le fleuriste, pourquoi le fleuriste? Fait qu'on va faire une histoire courte qui est une histoire longue. J'ai des amis proches qui sont propriétaires d'un fleuriste. C'est quoi un fleuriste là? C'est ça, le travail, mais oh mon dieu, je suis fatigué ici. Pas clair. Écoute, ça c'est un blooper, on va coller. Puis j'ai eu là à travailler. Fait que ils m'ont dit que ça fait des mères, on aurait besoin de toi, on aurait vraiment besoin de ton aide. C'est dans le jeu. Maintenant, quand tu te rends compte à quel point un fleuriste c'est pas d'argent, oui, il y a des grosses périodes comme la Saint-Valentin, la fête des mères, mais c'est qui achète des fleurs quotidiennement? C'est très 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 rare. Très rare. Fait que tu te dis, bon, mais regarde, en plus, j'ai besoin de travail, j'ai besoin d'argent, j'ai pas travaillé depuis un bout. J'avais le chômage fini. Fait que là, j'avais besoin, j'ai des économies. Les économies, ça se passe. Fait que là, je cherche du travail parce que là, si les économies commencent à baisser, ça commence à baisser. J'ai pas le problème parce que je suis comme, oh mon dieu, j'ai pas d'argent, mais je suis pas loin. Fait qu'on m'a fait une job d'une fin de semaine. Puis il me dit, tu vas avoir un salaire à temps partiel. Fait que, encore une fois, tu sais, c'est un paycheck, c'est même pas me faire engager. C'est juste un paycheck, c'est comme un contrat de CDI. Puis j'ai travaillé, à la fin, j'ai travaillé 19 heures en 2 jours. Fait que j'arrive là-bas, puis je suis stressé. Fait encore une fois, j'ai un peu de travailler. J'ai un beau de travailler. Je me demande, je me pose la question. Bon, moi je vais faire. Le simple fait de travailler, le simple fait d'être valorisé, le simple fait de mettre la main à la pâte. Diplôme de boulangerie en plus. On suit une espèce de logique, tu sais. le simple fait que j'aille travailler. Déjà une fois, c'était. Déjà encore là, c'était incroyable. Le mois d'avant, même pas le mois d'avant, quelques semaines avant, il y avait les élections qui étaient aussi extrêmement importantes dans le sens de valoriser le travail. De refaire des séances, j'ai fait plusieurs fois, mais quand même qui étaient importantes. De me faire dire, hey, tu travailles de 9 à 5, tu sais. C'est drôle parce que. Pourquoi ces vidéos-là, je la fais? Parce que ça fait 4 ans que je fais du contenu. Puis j'en ai mis des heures, j'en ai mis des efforts, j'en ai mis des soirées blanches à travailler. J'ai travaillé pour ça. Puis tu sais, j'ai pas travaillé l'année passée pour une compagnie, mais je travaille pour moi-même. Puis c'était aussi demandant. Mais je sais pas, je pense que le fait d'être un employé aussi, de te faire dire fais ci, fais ça. Ok, faut que je fasse une fois confiance, j'ai une responsabilité. Je pense que c'était tellement différent. En fait, c'est vraiment éprouvant parce que j'ai un surpoids. Fait que me tenir debout pendant des heures, c'est difficile. Je sais pas les fleurs, fait que le monde, les clients qui me demandaient c'est quoi ces plantes-là. Puis moi leur dire, hey, je connais pas la plante, pourquoi ça va ici? On me le dit ça. Tu sais, pas d'aider les gens, même si tu veux, c'est difficile. Mais je pense avoir la responsabilité. Tu sais, le travail de faire des vidéos, c'est tellement le fun parce que j'ai mis des heures. À un point que c'est tellement incontable. Mais aussi, c'est. Une journée, je peux te dire, je ne fais pas de vidéo aujourd'hui, ça me tente pas. Puis j'en fais pas. Ça finit là, puis c'est pas plus grave que ça. C'est pas plus grave que ça. Oui, c'est dommage, mais c'est pas grave. Puis, tu sais, je suis extrêmement reconnaissant de ce qu'on a accompli déjà. Mais je vous le cacherai pas que il y aura partie de moi qui est comme bon, ben. J'aurais aimé ça aider ces clients-là, tu sais. Puis c'est pas des fleurs, c'est juste aider les clients. Tu sais, quand je fais du contenu, est-ce que j'aide les gens? Peut-être que c'est le but principal, oui. Je sais pas si la capacité d'aider, tu comprends? C'est le travail ici, c'est très valorisant ce que tu me dis. Je vous aide maintenant. Te faire dire merci, tu m'as aidé. C'est incroyable. C'est incroyable. Te travailler pour dire je travaille pour un salaire. C'est tellement un principe qui est tellement bizarre parce que tu dis je suis pas un j'ai des rêves, tu sais, je veux travailler pour mes rêves versus je veux pas travailler pour accomplir les rêves de quelqu'un d'autre. Mais tu travailles puis t'aides les gens, tu fais partie d'une équipe, tu fais partie d'un mouvement qui est plus grand que toi, ça fait du bien. D'avoir une motivation financière, de dire Chris, c'est difficile mais à la fin de la journée il va avoir un salaire, puis il faut que je le gagne. C'est aussi très valorisant. C'est aussi te pousser à quelque chose. Te faire dire non. C'est aussi important. C'est tellement une expérience incroyable. C'est tellement une expérience qui est demandante. C'est son orgueil de travailler pour toi, pour travailler pour quelqu'un d'autre. Là, je fais c'est des amis, tu sais. C'est pas des inconnus, c'est du monde que je connais, c'est du monde qui sont gentils. Là. C'est tellement une belle expérience de voir me réveiller à toute heure, d'avoir un horaire, de dire hey, t'es pas là, ben tu vas appeler quelqu'un d'autre. D'avoir mal aux pieds, mais de me dire Chris, je peux pas partir maintenant, il de moi. C'est ça que ça ferme. De suivre. Je pense que suivre, je pense que je suis pas un suiveur dans la vie. Je pense que je suis pas un suiveur, je pense que je suis pas quelqu'un qui veut suivre quelqu'un d'autre. Sauf que la structure que ça apporte ça, c'est quelque chose que j'adore. C'est quelque chose que j'ai besoin, c'est quelque chose qui a une certaine importance à mes yeux, qui a un certain but, tu sais. C'est vraiment belle expérience, je suis très reconnaissant. Ça fait du bien de travailler, ça fait du bien de faire un salaire, ça fait du bien de me faire dire quoi faire. Ça fait du bien d'être structuré, d'avoir un horaire. Ça fait du bien d'endurer les clients qui sont un peu moins plaisants. Parce qu'il y a des clients qui étaient vraiment plaisants. C'est de faire un effort supplémentaire. Ouais, c'est vraiment cool. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Guys are doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this 18 May 2025. Today we're talking about something that I had to talk about during the Made of Watch. Be with you with Star Wars. and it is just being thankful for the influence of Star Wars. And then this video was supposed to be making at Star Wars, but almost by into fate, I'm supposed to make it today. Why? Because I forgot I didn't make it. First of all, because I saw my cousin yesterday. My cousin, which is a bigger nerd than I am, which I know is hard to believe. Because you look at me and you see extreme nerd, you look at him and he's like, oh my god, what a fucking nerd, you know? And I just want to be saying thank you to Star Wars. The importance of it in the culture, Okathicon, which when I was younger, you were a nerd if you liked Naruto, you were a nerd if you liked manga. Now it's cool. Why is it so important? Because we're finally able to enjoy what we want. Find community, social media, you can find a community. You want to like Beyblade. Let's like Beyblade. You want to find like Metabot. Let's like Metabots. It is fun to be a nerd. It is fun to have your own goal, interests, and passion. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter how they view you. It doesn't matter if they make fun of you. It's just a blessing. Star Wars used to be for nerds. Now it's cool enough to have its own day. One of the biggest games, Fortnite, embrace it. We have a 3 weeks event, which is fucking phenomenal. But it's more than that. It's being able to say, you know what? I like this. You might think I'm a nerd. It doesn't matter. My cousin was talking about magic. I talking about building a deck and talking about it for hours. I miss that. I miss being able to talk about a nerdy subject like a manga, like Naruto, Bleach, for an hour. I miss that. But it's just to show that there's a community for everybody. And it's just, imagine the impact of a video show, a video game, a series being influential enough to say, you know what? You deserve your own national day. I don't know what this means, but I know this is a world I want to live in. And for that, I just want to say thank you to Star Wars. I just want to say thank you, anything that had a cultural impact. I just wanted to say thank you to everything and anything that allowed the person to feel like themselves. I've been looking for a girlfriend lately. The King community, FetLife. A place, a safe place to be whoever you want, to be whatever you want. It's a blessing. So I didn't do the Trailer Park Boys. Shit.